All right. Okay. So today I'm going to teach y'all how to find the mean, median, mode, and range of a set of data. And okay, so first off, I'm going to teach y'all the range. And what the range is it's the difference between the highest and the lowest number in a set of data. And a set of data is just like a group of numbers that are all linked to each other. Like if you had test scores, you had 5 test scores, that's the set of data. And then finding the range would be getting the highest and then subtracting it from the lowest, and that's the range from the range of your data. So I'm going to do an example on the board for y'all, and then later I'm going to give y'all a worksheet to figure out how to do these on your own. So the first example, Cheryl took 7 math tests in 1 marking period. What is the range of her test scores? So I'm going to put 7 test scores on the board. All right, and first step when you're wanting to find the range is to put them in order from least to greatest, because that can help you find which one's smallest, and so you don't get them mixed up, because it's hard to tell from like just looking at them right here which one's smallest and which one's largest. So first we're going to put them in order from least to greatest. So which one would go first?
73.
Which one would go next?
77.
Next.
87.
Tricky.
89. Can't see.
91.
94.
All right. Now, what would the next step be if we're trying to find the range of it? So we got to get the highest and subtract it from the lowest. Or get the lowest and subtract it.
94.
73,
94.
And that would be
21.
all right, so the range of this data is 21. That's what your answer will be. Okay. So I'm going to hand you out this worksheet, and I want y'all to just do the first 2 problems. Work on them. Y'all can work on with a partner. Try to figure these out. Just do the first 2. If you have any questions, just ask me. Good. Right. Is everybody almost finished?
No.
Right.
You good?
Here's your calculator.
Thank you.
All right, does someone want to come up on the board and do the first one? Anybody?
I will.
Oh, thank you, Amy. You're so kind.
So you want me to walk through every step?
Yes, please.
Okay, so put them in order. And found that. So 161 was the lowest, and then 175, then 180, no, 179, then 184, 196, 209. So I subtracted 161 from 209 and got 48 cents.
All right. Did everybody get that?
Yes, I.
You did? All right. Does anybody want to come do the number 2?
Jordan.
I'll do it.
Oh.
So I'll put them in order. And then I subtracted the smallest from the biggest.
Great job. All right. Those are both right. Did everybody get that for their answer? Yes, Haley, you got that? All right. Okay. So now that we know how to get the range, I'm going to teach y'all how to get the mean. And the mean of a set of data is, you find that by adding up all the numbers and then dividing it by the amount of numbers there are. And it's a lot of the time referred to as the average. And it won't always be a whole number. Sometimes you'll get a decimal. Okay, so I'm going to do an example on the board. Scott took 5 quizzes in 1 marking period. What is the mean quiz of his scores? All right, these are 5 quiz scores that Scott took. And in order to get the mean, we're going to have to add them all up and then divide by the amount there are. So can anybody tell me what the average or the sum of these numbers is? Can anyone do it in their calculator? Right. Now, good job. Okay, so now we're going to have to divide by the amount of numbers there are. So we're going to have to divide by 5. All right. Now what is 420 divided by 5?
84.
All right. So the mean of this data is 84. All right. Now on the next 2 questions on your worksheet are questions about mean. So if you could do those. Is everybody done?
No.
No? Alright, well, she's working on the second question. Does anybody want to come do the first question on the board? Kenny, would you like to?
Yep.
Thank you.
don't remember what it
Can anybody tell what?
was. It was
375.
375. And I divided it by 6 and ended up with 62.5.
Thank you, Kenny. Excellent job. Alright, Kenny, are you done with the second one? Do you want to come do it on the board for me?
Where's Tom? Well. What was the total?
24.5.
I got 2 more. 4.5.
Nice job, Alright.
Enthusiasm.
Good job. Everybody got those answers, right?
I
Alright.
wasn't as enthusiastic.
Okay, so the next two things are median mode. Those are the last two dealing with data sets. And median is just the middle number, and mode is the number that occurs the most. And how those kind of always, I got confused with those when I was learning them. But the way you can remember is mode and most both start with M and O. So just remember that. And the median, like when you're driving, the middle of the intersection or whatever is a median, and it's in the middle. All right, so one example of finding the median could be the Jones family has 5 children aged 9, 12, 7, 16, and 13. What is the age of the middle child, and which would be the median number? So what I do, my first step, I'm going to put them in order from least to greatest. All right, and then when you do that, you can find the middle number, which is 12. So the median of this data would be 12. And then when finding the mode, an example would be the number of points scored in a series of football game is listed below. What score would occur most often? All right. And when finding the number that occurs the most, I always put them in order as well because it helps keep the numbers straight so you don't miss any. All right, can anybody tell me what the mode number is in this set of data? 18. 18, nice, because it occurs the most. And sometimes when you're working with mode, you can have more than one, which would be called bimodal, or you can have none at all because sometimes the same amount of numbers occur throughout the whole data. Okay, so now just finish up your worksheet, and y'all can work with someone. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Teacher Paige, what if you have an even number for median?
Oh, yes. If you have, if let's say you had 6 numbers here instead of just, instead of just 5, what you would need to do is, let's say you had six numbers, and you put them in order. So let's say 2, 3. All right. So you see here, there's two numbers in the middle, and And so you can't just say you have 4 and 5 as your median numbers. So you have to average them. So you add 5 and 4, which is 9, and then you divide by 2 because there's 2. And if there's 3, you'd add up 3. Well, I guess you add 3. Never mind. So yeah. So then you say 9 divided by 2, which is 3.5. And that would be your median. 4.5 is what I meant. Sorry. 4.5. And then that would be your answer. Thank you, Amy, for bringing that up. I forgot to mention it. All right. You done with the worksheet? Is everybody on this done with their worksheets? Everyone almost there?
Bless you.
I need to sneeze.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Katie, can
I'm
you come
finished.
to, one on the board?
I would love to.
Okay, thank you.
I want nothing.